Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Oh, don't mind me. Just studying my friction notes. Enough about that. Let's talk about friction. Now let's talk about the four types of friction. Static, rolling, sliding, and fluid.
First, let's talk about static.
Static friction is the force that acts on an object that is not in motion. When an object is not in motion, the static friction on the floor is what's keeping it from moving. Emily cannot push Delaney because she cannot overcome the static friction on the floor.
Now let's talk about sliding.
Sliding friction is the force that acts upon objects when sliding. This is what keeps objects from sliding forever. If Delaney lets go of Abby, she will eventually stop, but due to sliding friction. Now let's talk about rolling. Rolling friction is a resistive force that slows down the motion of a rolling object. This is what prevents a rolling object from rolling forever. You remember when you were a kid and when you went bowling, the ball would always stop in the middle of the lane? Rolling friction was the cause of this.
Now let's talk about fluid.
Fluid friction is the force that opposes movement of an object through a fluid or gas. This is what keeps an object from moving normally in a fluid. For example, when you're swimming and you try to run, this is what holds you back.
Now a message from your local broadcaster.
Now watch me whip. Now watch me nay-nay. Okay. Now watch me whip. Watch me nay-nay. Now watch me whip. Watch me nay-nay. Okay. Now watch me whip. Watch me nay-nay. Now watch me. 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 Okay. Okay. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me.
Now let's talk about net force.
Net force is the overall force acting on an object.
Balanced is of two forces acting in opposite directions on an object that combined have a net force of 0 newtons.
Unbalanced, two or more forces acting on an object that combined have a net force of greater than 0 newtons.
For this experiment, all you need is one rope and 3 friends. 2 of them need to be close in size, one of them completely out of whack.
When Delaney and Emily play tug of war, Delaney always wins because she pulls with a greater magnitude over Emily. Net force is found when we subtract 2 opposing forces. In this situation, we would subtract 20 and 10. And after we do that, we would get a net force of 10 newtons in Delaney's direction. Therefore, she wins tug of war. But I bet you're wondering, what happens if we have a situation where the measurements are the same? Well, here's an example. We have Jacob and Emily here, who are both pulling with the same weight of 10 newtons. And because of this, we get a net force of 0 newtons. Therefore, they can't pull each other, and they struggle to win.
This is a free body diagram. This is a universal system used to represent forces and the object in motion. So the object is always represented by a box, so remember that. And the arrows represent the forces and the way the forces go and how much of the force there is. And so, for example, the force of gravity going down has the down arrow and it's going by 10 newtons. But this object isn't falling, so it has to apply the normal force of 10 newtons to make sure it's staying in place, it's at rest. And then if an object is going this way to the right, then there's 10 newtons of the applied force, say it's being pushed. And there's friction because it's all going against an object like the floor. So this would be, for instance, sliding friction. And it's 10 newtons and 10 newtons to show that it is a balanced force, which means it's not accelerating.
Well, that's our show. I hope you enjoyed. Now, if you don't mind, Me and Nicholas are gonna go roller skate. See you later.